Hey everyone, this is Teresa from Base 10 Montessori, and I wanted to make a quick video talking about resources and information on Section 504 special education and the legal framework that I was talking about in my video on protecting children with disabilities. And if you go to the website understood.org, you can find a lot of information there. So if you're still looking for information, if you're still looking for more resources, this might be a really helpful website for you to go to. This is a good starting point for a lot of families, for a lot of people who don't have any background in this area. And I want to do a quick search real quick and show you what comes up if you type into the search engine section 504. So let's do that right now. All right, so I've typed in section 504 and you're going to get a large results. They've got a lot there. So you can look into the actual law, you can read about it. They have articles on IEPs and talking about the difference between that and a 504 plan. You can get a specific fact sheet on section 504 right here. They can talk about what happens after an evaluation for special education, and we can actually look at the difference between the laws. This one's kind of interesting, so let's click on that. And so it talks about the three major federal laws that protect the rights of people with disabilities, and that includes students. And if we scroll down, you're going to see this nice chart here, and it's going to go through what each of these laws provide. And so if you're looking for information on what your rights are, what your child's rights are, and what's covered in these laws, this is a really good fact sheet to look at. So you can see right here what allows for like accommodations right here. And in the video where I was talking about protecting children with disabilities, we went over the difference between accommodations and modifications, right? That there's a difference between those two approaches, but both of those can be approaches you can take in section 504. So we've got all sorts of different things you can look at and find out what your rights are right there. And right here, you can get a sample 504 plan for a child, like let's say with ADHD, right? So even, and I want to talk about real quick the fact that if you are a private school, this isn't something you have to do if you don't have government funding. And because most of my career really has been about private school education, you know, this isn't something I've had to formally deal with. But I think it is a really good template. I think it is a good idea for private schools to look into these plans, understand what public schools are doing, what they're required to do by law, and also, you know, if somebody's doing something well, if there's something good that somebody is doing, then I think we should take the good ideas and adapt them for our own environments. And that's what I want to encourage people to do. So let's look at the sample plan right here. We've got the school information, we've got the team members, and then you've got your teacher education and support. And right here, we're going to talk about accommodations and or services right here. You know, we're making this plan, and remember, this is a plan, an agreement between the school and the parent. The parent is part of this collaboration process. They need to be communicating with you. Everybody needs to be in agreement. So right here, it just goes through an example. And it can be this simple. It doesn't have to be anything really complicated. But you have to have an agreement between the parent and the school of what this looks like, what this child's specific needs look like, and how we're going to either accommodate or modify the curriculum in order to meet the needs of the student. And this is what individualized education is all about. And we really need to work with families who are vulnerable and families who are struggling and families with children who have possibly very severe disabilities, and understand that our goals need to be specific for that child and for that family. And it's going to look different for a child that has extreme needs. And we can accommodate that. We can modify that. That's all part of what this system is about. if we go back to that search that I did on Section 504, we can see that there are some attorney's advice here and charter schools and all sorts of different articles, again, that may give you a lot of information about your specific situation. So I would just encourage you to go through that site, take a look, get some information, understand what the law says, understand what your rights are, and also take a look at what you can do. Even if you're not required to do this, take a look at what might work better for you. If you're a teacher, take a look at what works best for your environment and whether or not this is going to be helpful for solving problems in your classroom environment or in your school system. So that's all I have. This is a really short video just to give you this research, just to show you what's out there and to give you a head start on looking for more information. So that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.